All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do anything you can do to help me out. It really helps out the algorithm. YouTube is, they're not a fan of small content creators. So anything you guys can do to help me out is greatly appreciated. I also want to apologize for the overuse of this specific clip right here. It's my last night in Houston. We'll be back in about 2 days, so we'll have some normal clips ready to go. It's been a pretty crazy trip. We'll do a recap there. I got some videos here in Houston for you guys, but also some fan got me. I think he got me a ticket to the Lakers game tomorrow, but because of like money and time, I just can't go. So I just feel so bad. It's just very depressing. However, that is the point of today's video. Is tomorrow's game against the Los Angeles Lakers. So as you guys know, we play the next 2 games against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the Lakers are on a little bit of a hot start. They got off to a little bit of a coldish, shaky-ish start. The Los Angeles Lakers, the defending champs, they're going to be great. And going into this season, I wanted to be... you're through 8 games. No matter how many games you are, you want to be at least a few. Whether it's 8 or 10, you want to be at least 2 or 3 games above 500. Unfortunately for the Rockets, we're not. These are 2 really important games, and we knew going into the season, taking a look at the schedule, these are the 2 obvious games. First off, they're 2 straight games against this team, and they're the defending champions. And it just so happens to be at the beginning of the schedule, where it's very, very vital. And so I'll say this, I still believe that James Harden will be a Houston Rocket by the time the season's over. Now, of course, if they don't end up winning it, or if they weren't to make, a blockbuster trade or a blockbuster signing, which I don't really see being all that plausible, I don't see James Harden, committing to us past this contract unless we were to either make a very deep run in the playoffs or at least show some signs of potential or ultimately win it all. So I think these 2 games are very important. To be quite honest with you guys, I'm not worried one bit. We have James Harden, one of the best scorers at his position, one of the best scorers in general ever. This guy's a walking bucket, 3 straight seasons at 30 points per game. We have a very young, very talented Christian Wood. We have a John Wall who is healthy and athletic. I just think that, first off, to me, there is absolutely no way that the Houston Rockets lose both games against the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think a 1-to-1 split is bad in any way, shape, or form. If you get one win against the defending champs, it's just a huge moral win. It is an absolutely huge moral win. Whether or not the Lakers stars play, whether or not the Rocket stars play, it's just a huge win no matter how you want to put it. So while the Lakers may not be at their best strength, who knows, maybe the Rockets won't be at their full strength either. It doesn't matter. These games are very important. You want to build chemistry. Now, I think just with the way the season's been, especially with before this magic victory, the way the Rockets media, a lot of Rockets fans have been, and not my subscribers, but just kind of your basics, your casuals, your casual Rockets fans freaking out after just great wins. Even after like the first game, you got half the fan base out here tweaking out, but you guys are legit. There's nothing to worry about. One victory, it's just huge. It really is. Shows James Harden. It shows everybody on the Houston Rockets. You guys have the potential to beat this team. Now, it's not a 7-game series, obviously. We played them in the playoffs. We won the first game. We lost the next 4. But the whole point of the regular season, you want to build that chemistry. You want to make the locker room as great as possible. You want to play around with rotations, make proper adjustments. No matter how you were, so even let's take worst case scenario. Let's say the Houston Rockets get blown out both games. Well, there's still a positive to that side. Even if, let's do absolute worst case scenario, we get blown out the next 2 games against Los Angeles Lakers and James Harden openly says, this team is trash, we're not going to win anything, I want out in the next couple of weeks, next couple of days, as soon as possible, make it happen. It's still a learning experience nonetheless for everybody else on the Houston Rockets roster. I just think that we are definitely going to win 1 game. And if we were to win 2, I think that would be crazy. No matter who's playing for the Lakers, no matter who's not playing for the Lakers, it's still a very impressive team. I mean, no matter how you want to phrase it, they're still the defending champs. Any win is just huge. It's in the early part of the season. You want momentum. We're coming off and the same thing goes with the Magic. I know that the Magic were shorthanded. I know that they didn't have their best roster. However, you're still playing NBA talent. I mean, a win is a win at the end of the day, right? So get that win. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. I cannot wait. I think James Harden is probably going to drop at least 30 points. I mean, easily. I would say James Harden, I got him on 40 watch. I got Christian Wood on 25 watch. And I got John Wall on 20 watch. So hopefully all those guys play. Hopefully there's no last-minute scratches. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys later.